I can do, sir, please. Don't do this to my wife, man. You don't know what you're doing to my family, man. Please. I'm begging you. I'm literally where am I going to put my feet? Sir, I'm begging you, please. Please. Please.
That is not a crime, and you're telling me to get out of my vehicle.
Do you know where Lieutenant Mingus is right now? So no, he's not in the building?
I don't know. I'm not.
What do you know? I'm not telling you nothing else until I find out who's driving that vehicle. You not a supervisor, bro. I need somebody higher than you right now.
If you didn't know, I went to the police academy and they kicked me out.
That's my purse! I don't know you!
Spit me on my face right now. She spit in my face.
Today's video takes us to the great state of Indiana, where we find ElevatorBoy live streaming as he drives. Sounds like Chili 2.0 for sure. Hey, let's all sit back, give a listen, have a good laugh, and most of all, enjoy.
Like, these people are running channels and have no clue how to be legal about it. It's scary, guys. Now, unfortunately, is it K-Far, I think is one of them. Frauditor Troll is one of them. Aztec Ninja is one of them. And then I had a spat with Dr. Dave, but he's using those other channels owners to fight his dirty work.
Wait a minute, Frauditor. I'm not using any channels to fight my dirty work. What in the hell are you babbling about, boy? You are a buffoon of a bird brain.
But the ones that I said, the Frauditor Troll, the Aztec Ninja, the K-Far, and Wrangler, I guess a guy named Wrangler, channel named Wrangler or something. Those are the ones who are literally assisting in committing felonies. I don't understand. Like, who the fuck runs a YouTube channel and assists with felonies on their channel for any reason? Much less because one of their friends got a legitimate copyright strike. You know? And then they come in my channel hot and heavy.
Coming in hot. That reminds me of old Rusty Boy, a.k.a. Russell, and his girlfriend Lana. Or is that boyfriend? Well, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, man, they tried to file some false copyright strikes on me too, and it didn't work out. Maybe one day you'll learn, Grasshopper. But for right now, you keep being pissed off, because that's better than being pissed on.
I think neither one of Tiffany or I are able to read chat. She's typing up legal documentation for the civil court, which we're filing today. Right now, it's being filed, and we will be naming, of course, the cases not against these other people, but they will be named, and they have to be named in it, is going to be the owners of those channels, and they will be subpoenaed by the Sheriff's Department. I don't know where they're from. Some it might even be in Canada, but those channels that have published the material that I've been talking about, the records from the investigation from several years ago with the children's information on it, they will be in this lawsuit and subpoenaed to court.
Well, look here, tough guy. I didn't publish any of your personal information, so if you include me on that lawsuit, then I have no choice but to file countersuit on your ass for defamation of my character. If you want to know what defamation is, I'll show you, boy. You keep going the way you're going down the wrong road, bro.
You know, unfortunately, they drug their own selves into this shit. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. I couldn't believe it when I got a message saying, your kid's investigation report, the one that was false that got debunked in court, is live on this channel and that channel and this channel right now, along with Tiffany's ex-husband from 15 years ago, that you guys have explained so much about what he's put you through. And I can't believe that I'm going over there and seeing that shit on these people's, like the dumb part is, why the fuck would somebody that does not have any involvement, why in the fuck would they commit felonies against her or me? Like, why? It makes no sense to me. Over what? One of your friends got a legit copyright strike?
Well, that's the whole thing, baby boy. It's not a legitimate copyright strike. You have no idea what the hell copyright is. Did you register that video with the Copyright Service in Washington, D.C.? Oh, you didn't? Oh, well then it's not copyright, is it, sweetheart?
I mean, it's so ridiculous, y'all. All right. I have gone in circles on that a lot because I'm really pissed off and concerned for, you know, my business, her welfare, the kids' well-being, you know, even our property could get damaged. We've got threats coming in. We've got people who have literally investigated to find out where we live, but that's probably because the information's on the report sheet that's non-public that Billy is giving to people. But we've got people that are threatening us, and they allege to know where we live, which thankfully they're wrong because those reports are so outdated. They got someone else's address on there now.
I don't condone threats or violence of any kind, but when you put your information out on the internet, you have to be prepared for some backlash. I've had my share, that's for sure. I tell you one thing, man, I've never been arrested. I don't know what handcuffs look like. I've never been in jail. None of that. None of that. And I certainly have respect for the police, which you don't, Frauditor. So don't play the victim in all this, because you're culpable just like anybody else.
From one of them, we got an email where a person said, I am standing outside of your children's school. I know which one it is. And that was the school, right? It wasn't the right house. It was the school. Who does that? Yeah, I mean, that was a while back, but we're getting similar stuff now from what's going on now. And a lot of people have said, Chris, just keep doing what you've been doing. You know, all they're trying to do is bring your channel down. You're right. I understand that completely. But at the same time, when you're watching us, you're watching us. This is our real life. I'm Chris Ryder. That's Tiffany Napier. This is our lives. We have actual family. You know, we got 2 kids that are involved.
I could never understand why people with the family would want to put themselves at risk in getting arrested. What would happen if you're both arrested? Who's going to take care of your kids? You know, you have to think about these things, Frauditor. And that's what you are. You're a frauditor. You're a fraud.
But that's our life, our private life. My business is the way I make money. I do not make great money from this YouTube channel. I don't mind not making great money from this YouTube channel. I do it because of activism. I do it because we stand up for victims. That is why we do the channel. The channel is not supposed to have things like this video in it. That's nowhere near what this channel was ever designed for. I mean, it's ridiculous. But my business is the way I make money. And it is a commercial business. I've been in business for 23 years. I cannot afford to lose the few clients that I have. And I'm sure that worldwide commercial clients, if this kind of is happening, you know, I don't want to lose my clients.
Hey, brother, maybe you need to rethink what you're doing in your spare time. If it were me, I would concentrate on my real job and let this YouTube nonsense go. You want to be freedom fighters for victims of crimes, then join the DA's office. How about that? Well, there you have it, folks. There was nothing else good that happened after that, so that'll be the end of it. Hey, I tell you what, Chris, why don't you see if you can file a copyright strike on this video? YouTube will really laugh their ass off if you do that. Yeah, little Chrissy's worried about losing his job. Oh, man. I tell you what, I'd be worried too, man, with all the shenanigans you work on. Well, at any rate, if you enjoy watching stupid people do stupid things on my channel, please subscribe. As always, thanks so much for stopping by there, ElevatorBoy. And I don't have a name for Tiffany. Yeah, Tiffany's all right. She hasn't done anything to me. But hey, just work on your real job, boy, and forget this nonsense. Cheers to that.
I've actually studied English, and I have over a 400 level education in English. I'm not sitting down. I refuse to sit down. I refuse. Big tough guy. Big tough guy. Big tough guy. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. Nothing. You can come try to make me. You're welcome to try to make me. Take a swing. Take a swing.
What is the reason for calling the officers here?
No reason. I'm really unhappy that somebody did this to me.
I'm going to arrest you for trespassing in a minute.
On public property?
Yeah, we're asking you to leave and you're not leaving. That's trespassing.
She's right in my face, guys. You can't come up and touch me like that.
You don't have permission to film me in any space.
I don't need permission to
Yes, you
record
do.
you in public, man.
Actually,
No, that's
you
the
do.
law.
Oh, is that like a law?
It's against the law.
Oh, what law is that? Funny, because I've never heard about that. I pay for that uniform, I pay for that car, I'm the taxpayer, right? You work for me, right? You're just a little guy. You're just a little guy. You work for me. You are a public servant. You are a public servant. You work for me.